Hey guys, and welcome back to Rathlin Island. It's day 9 of late spring. Just the last day of spring, and we are over here on field 20, using our cool Merge Max to windrow up some grass, because we are going to be picking it up and taking it down to the BGA over there. Yesterday we got like 61, 62 bales of silage off of those two fields, and that is more than enough for the number of cows that I anticipate keeping over the next year. So we're not going to need to make any more silage bales. We've got plenty of hay bales left, so I thought I'd go ahead and cut the grass up on the remaining fields. And we're going to pick that up and deposit it over at the BGA. And over the next little bit, try to get that compacted, leveled, and fermenting. Because the hay bales that we've got down at the BGA aren't going to last forever. I think we've got plenty for a little bit of time, but they're definitely not going to last forever. So we've also made a few purchases. If you take a look at the money amount, you'll see that our money level is dropped considerably, and that is because we bought for the cow farm a round bale storage building to store our round bales into. That way we're not just leaving them out, because you know, we've got a little bit of lag up by the sheep farm with those square bales. So no need to spread that lag around. So what we're going to do is, as we make up round bales and everything, we're basically going to put them in storage buildings. That way we can reduce our overall lag. Also, going to we're using our merger a little different for our grass. We are it's now shoving it the other way. So I thought we would try this. Is on the other fields, I tried to merge the grass into some fairly large windrows. To make it easier to pick up, so we weren't driving around all over the place. I suspect we won't be able to drive very quickly with the forage wagon to pick it up, but it should still pick up fairly quick and fairly easy. So this makes pretty good work. We merged to the left. Now we're merging to the right. And we've basically got like 6 windrows together now. Then we can basically repeat that path and just get 2 or 3 big windrows around this field now. In addition to the bale storage building, I swapped out the Pottinger, the Euro Boss forage wagon. When I bought that, I was really just thinking about the amount of grass that I would need to collect for the cows, and I really didn't think about too much the need to forage, basically pick up the grass for the BGA. So we swapped that out with the Bergman. That's the one step up, so it's a little bit bigger capacity. It seemed like it didn't require that much horsepower, so I'm hoping that this T7 will be able to pull it, given its weight and everything. Speaking of that, it looks like we're going to need to refuel this tractor before we get too much further. It's been quite the workhorse as of late. Nearly 16 hours on it. I think it's got about 3 times the hours as the T6 has. That. Now let's just go the opposite direction. Well, alright, this is what we're going to do. Drop it down. And we're going to, since we're already going to the right here, we're just going to go around the fence and clear out around the fence here. As I said, this is the first map that I've used this merger on, and I have to say that the little bit of time that I have used it, I've really enjoyed using it. It may find its way into other gameplay because of the great flexibility of either you know, left-right discharge or the middle discharge, whichever is really needed. Go ahead and this around like this. So we'll probably just leave this lower windrow like this, and then I'll probably make another pass to merge that one into some more grass. This just big old turn here. I do wish you could, when you're, let's say, merging to the right, I wish this side panel thing would collapse in, such that it would, or maybe angle in, so it would kind of funnel any grass that you were missing over that way a little bit better, so it got picked up. Now, I know what the panels are for. The panels are basically to stop the hay when it's being thrown to the side by the belt, so it doesn't just fly off into you know, fly off into nothingness. But it would be really cool, I think, if the left one retracted when it was merging to the right, and the right one retracted when it was merging to the left. Now when it's merging to the middle, that they both retract. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if that's how they work in real life, but it just seems that it would be better that way. I'm going to go ahead and now circle around this rock up here. This thing must be really heavy, so I didn't think it required a whole lot of horsepower. But this T7, which is I think 212 horsepower, is still struggling with it a bit going up the hills. We're able to pick it up, turn it off, change the direction, turn it back on. And drop it down. What I discovered is the way it works is it goes left, right, middle. Turn left. If I want to change direction, I just hit Y after I turn it off once to go to the right. If I'm not sure which direction I'm going, I just toggle till I have the middle go up, and then I know the middle has been selected. And then I know I can toggle, you know, left, right, middle. Once to go left, twice to go right. straightening out the rows here. Make it a bit easier to do the pickup. Ready? Then we're going to go and do the same real quick for field 19. We'll be back to Forge Wagon. Well guys, the rain did not hold off till we were done. You can see it is raining quite heavily outside. We are about to roll in here with our first load of grass. We're just going to go ahead and use this bunker here. Just load. And we will make another pass. Kind of hard to judge the unload speed. So I know we can come through here a little bit slower this time. There we go. There we are. Looks good. All right. Go ahead and get some fuel here. While we're over here by the docks. And then we'll continue with our collection of grass. As I anticipated, the collection is pretty slow going. As far as grass collection, but you know, it's a trade-off. The larger the windrow, the slower it goes, but also the less you have to drive around the field everywhere. I think probably just it's probably a half dozen or the other, you know, which way is better. I am glad that there is a fuel depot here on the island. I would hate to think what it would cost us when we had to take this across the ferry across the way just to get some fuel. Although I suspect maybe the fuel on that side is cheaper. Might be a little better quality too. This fuel looks to be, well, you know, I'm not really sure how old this fuel is. Given the fact that there really isn't anybody on the island that that drives, there's cars here, but and most of them are folks that come over from the mainland. There's not really much use for people needing to fuel up over here. Every so often you get some folks coming over here to, some tourists coming to check the island out just to drive around and look at things, and you know, I guess they would potentially need to fuel up, but beyond that there aren't too many folks that need to fuel up here other than us farmers. So we already got one whole field of grass picked up, and we're working on our second over here. Got 3 up this way, fields 1, 2, and 3. Got 3 picked up, and now we're working on field 2. The access road here. Of a bumpy road. Oh. It's definitely a that'll definitely rattle your rib cage. Bumpy as this road is. Turned on and start picking her up. We started picking it up pretty good, and then we must have choked the input. Having to slow her down in order to get that intake freed up. Not too bad, 7 miles an hour. The amount that we're picking up, I'm sure that's pretty darn good. Really curious how much we're going to get. So that was, my gosh, I don't even know how much that was that we last dumped. Was it 30,000 liters? I know this forge wagon is supposed to have a larger capacity than that, but MR has affected its overall capacity to something different. Got a big lump. Or just take a little bit out of there. Go. We're working on this windrow, I think, when we fill it up. Go ahead and finish collecting this one. Go. Let's come down here. We'll pick this one up. Got a really big windrow up here we're gonna just get by the gate. Should probably go over and check out Delta Bravo and see how he's doing. Haven't checked on him since we got him. I was hoping it'd be nice and clear when we're down here working at this these fields. Fields 1, 2, and 3 have a great view of the island, the mainland over there, and the water and everything. Now the lighthouse there is really useful because you really know when the weather's starting to roll in when you start to see the lighthouse light rotating. Now, during a nice, good, sunny day, that you never see that rotate. If the weather starts to get a little bad, you're gonna know pretty quick. You're gonna see that lighthouse spinning around. So you see how MR is affecting this. I've got the throttle all the way down. It's it's choking it. And it was swing around and see if we can't get that little bit there. Look at that, we got 712 sheep into the evening of our last day of spring. This is the last day that they are going to be reproducing. And back up here. There. Gotten 112 sheep so far since the since we started, since we got them. Let's take a look at their reproduction. Getting a new sheep every hour and 40 minutes. That is crazy. Getting more than 12 sheep a day at this rate. So again, should we sell 112 sheep and get back down to 600, or should we keep the sheep we have and basically see what we end up with after 2 or 3 years of gameplay? Let me know in the comments what you think we should do. Alrighty. That should pretty much be this field. We're at 98%. Gonna go ahead and take this down to the BGA, and we'll come back and we'll work on field 1. Then we got field 7, then 19 and 20 to pick up. Looks like the rain might be ending. Oh, big old bumps. Are they still back there? That's more of the pace that we should probably be taking on this road. About 5 miles an hour to get out of there. I hope you guys are enjoying the video series. Oh, come on. Cut in front of a tractor with a load. Can't stop super quick, buddy. Go. Looks like the rain has stopped. Or we'll probably need to do some care down at our cows. And we're going to have to hit the field spraying to make sure that we get ourselves some good productivity out of our grass fields. Slowly unload this. That. I guess we went a little too quick there. All right. So that's 60,000. Go. 60,000 liters or so in there. So what kind of features are you all are you holding out for as far as Farm Sim 7 or 19? Kind of features are you hoping are going to be included? I haven't heard much much news in the way of Farm Sim 19, other than a new graphics engine, new crops, new harvester. Seemingly there's going to be some new brands. I am remembering the press releases correctly. I think there's a couple gaming conventions going on in June. I suspect we probably won't hear much until then. Now it's cleared up for our work down here on Field 1. Go ahead and see if we can't take a look around here. Such wonderful views and everything. And I have to say the rock work on the map is absolutely outstanding. The transitions from ground to rock, with the with moss growing on the rocks and everything. It's just absolutely outstanding the way that was done. All right. Let's get this row. And we still need to go get a leveling blade and all that. So probably tomorrow we're going to be doing the spraying. Then we're probably going to do some work with our cows, top them off with water and such. We may see how much manure we got. Now, let me get up here at the top of the hill. We also need to pick up a milk tanker to sell our milk back at the mainland. And we need to pick up a silage blade or something to assist with the leveling and the compaction of that. Just check. So got 1,000 liters of manure and 6,300 liters of milk. So slowly we're getting our milk up. And to some degree we can't leave the milk. Can't go too long between taking milk down to the mainland. But at the same time, we don't want to run milk down and just run a real small load every day. It's kind of a trade-off. So, this is going to be load 3. I really don't know how much, I don't know if we're going to blanket this or if we're going to go ahead and just kind of level it and compact it down and wait for another cutting. Like I said the other day, I think what we're going to try to do is just get 3 cuts off of this grass, and cut 1 was going to go to silage, and then whatever was left to the BGA. Cut 2 is going to be probably BGA or hay, depending on which we needed at the time. And then cut 3 was going to be whatever cut 2 wasn't. So we're about full. And right, we're going to head off to the BGA again. I think this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Thanks for coming out and watching. We've got some fair bit of grass left to pick up and take down to the BGA. When we come back, it'll be summertime. Until next time, guys. Happy farming.